Hi, my name is Kelly. I'm a former teacher and literacy advocate who loves Brudders books. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why Brudders is so impactful in a classroom. Growing up can be hard to do, but Brudders inspires young readers to learn and to grow and to live happier lives. Through gentle, engaging storytelling, children gain a safe and trusted friend to teach them big lessons in a child-friendly way. Let me ask you a question. Did you know behavior management strategies typically only motivate 80% of children? So that means about 20% of children are completely unaffected by your behavior management efforts. So what's the solution? Behavior management routines that rely on respect and rapport versus traditional discipline tactics. But here's the thing, building an environment that hinges on respect and rapport, whether at home or at school, is not effortless. But it is, however, a pursuit that is worthwhile. And that's why Brudders was created. He makes teaching life's toughest lessons easy and fun. Brudders is a loyal place to turn when little minds develop big feelings. And so, without further ado, here are 3 practical lessons for developing an environment of respect and rapport. Number 1. Teach tattling versus telling. In Brudders Learns How to Make Friends, the forest friends don't respond to Brudders' actions the way he hopes. And instead of complaining, Brudders learns the proper way to interact with others by telling his new friend Zeke about his experiences. Learning the difference between tattling and telling helps little ones express their concerns in a meaningful and productive, whine-free way. Here's what you're going to do. Grab your Brudders bear and put him somewhere in a prominent place in your home or your classroom. Whenever your little one comes to you to tattle on another student or their sibling, ask them a question. Ask them if they're in danger, if they're hurt, or if they're just a little frustrated. If they're frustrated, have them tell Brudders what's frustrating them. If they're hurt, or they're in danger, or something serious is happening, ask them to come and tell you about it. You see, tattling is when little ones come to you with the intention of getting someone else in trouble. But telling you is something different. Telling you is what we do when someone's in danger, or when someone is threatening another person. So this is a great lesson. And giving them a place to tell their feelings without coming to you and expecting you to get the other child in trouble is a really great way to explain the difference between telling an adult when something serious is going on and just tattling to get someone in trouble. And remember, Brudders is always a listening ear. Number 2. Host morning meeting every single morning. When it comes to big behaviors, anxiety is a common culprit. Children often thrive in predictable environments, so how can we make unpredictable days more predictable? Morning meeting. Just like in a business, beginning your day with handshakes, an outline of the day's events, and a clear picture of expectations creates a calming environment for learners of all ages. Brudders is a welcome friend during morning meeting. Here's how morning meeting works. Everyone sits in a circle, whether that's at home or at school. You will shake hands with the person on your right. Let's use Brudders as an example. So we'll turn to face each other, and then we'll shake hands. I would say, "Good morning, Brudders," and Brudders would say back to me, "Good morning, Kelly." And then Brudders would turn to the person beside him and do the same thing. Extend his hand for a handshake, say good morning in the person's name, and then on and on and on you go around the circle. This teaches a few things. It teaches the power of eye contact. It teaches the power of saying the person's name beside you. And it's just generally polite to greet somebody with their name and a handshake. The next part of morning meeting is pretty fun. After the good mornings and handshakes, everyone will go around the circle and tell something that's going well in their day or in their life or something they're happy about. After everyone's had a chance to share something that's going well in their life, you can open the floor for questions. People can ask questions across the circle to anybody that said something interesting, but there's one rule. You must say the person's name before you ask their question. So Brudders and I will demonstrate it for you now. Brudders, I like that you're going on a camping trip with your friend Zeke. Can you tell me more about that? And then Brudders would tell me more about his camping trip. You can let this time extend as long as you want, but I typically let it go on for just a minute or 2. This serves a few purposes. It helps children interact with other kids in their class. Sometimes it can be very difficult to listen without wanting to say something back in response. But it really helps listening skills when you know you have to ask a question later. And finally, teach your kids about wrinkled hearts. The old adage, sticks and stones, is false. We know this. Words and actions do hurt, and sometimes When our behavior damages a relationship, it takes longer to mend than physical wounds. To demonstrate this, start by cutting out 2 paper hearts. Have your students or your child write their name on their paper hearts, both versions of their paper hearts. We're going to start by just using one at a time. So as you read the Brudders story, every time that Brudders interacts with another character in a way that doesn't make him happy, I want you to crumple the heart like this. Don't be surprised if your students or your children freak out when this happens. So after you turn the page and you can see how sad Brudders is, I want you to try and unwrinkle the heart. When you get to another place in the book where he again acts in a way that makes other kids not want to play with him, wrinkle the heart again. So as you can see, the heart begins to get more and more and more crumpled as Brudders interacts with other animals in a way that doesn't make him feel very good. Your students will start to understand that their actions leave a big impact on their own heart and the hearts of other people around him. But here's the good part. Halfway through the story, Brudders meets a very special friend named Zeke, and Zeke teaches Brudders how to make friends. And so, after Brudders meets Zeke, you're going to take out your fresh and clean heart with all of their names on it, and you're going to read the story again using the lessons that Zeke has taught Brudders, and you'll see how your heart stays happy and whole and not wrinkled. This is a great time to notice how Brudders, using kind words, keeps his own heart from wrinkling too. We hope you enjoyed these tips for managing your classroom. We're so grateful to walk this journey with you. We'll see you next time. Bye.